A samo za jednu noć. Lepo. Aha.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Baku, Azerbaijan, for the Women's European Championship final between the Netherlands and Serbia. I'm Louis Letts, and I'll be hosting you throughout this final, where the Netherlands are in their second consecutive European final. Serbia, silver medalists from Rio 2016. Should be a thriller here from Baku. There was a toss slightly earlier, where the winner will decide whether they serve or receive. And the captains also have to scribble the score sheet so they can get things underway. Serbia, many people's favourites for this one after just demolishing the majority of the competition here. They've really kept momentum since that silver medal in Brazil. Beating Turkey 3-0 easy yesterday. Beating Belarus comfortably as well. The Netherlands, well, just sneaking past Azerbaijan yesterday. It was a very close encounter. The fourth set, they're already 2-1 up. Looking comfortable to win 3-1, and they just got nervous, tentative, a little insecure, and they allowed Azerbaijan back in, but they managed to hold on in the tie-break. Coach Jamie Morrison telling his team to go back to what they knew for the fifth set, but nothing really went well for the Netherlands, but they got it back, that's for sure. Serbia, well, through Boskovic, the opposite left-hander, hit some incredible angles, scored 24 points yesterday. She's the danger woman for this team from Serbia. Robin de Cruyff, we'll see her this evening. She should be starting in the middle for the Netherlands. Veljkovic, Serbia's opposing middle. There'll be some battles between her and de Cruyff, that's for sure. The opposite for the Netherlands, Monique Sloci. She's been very effective hitting from that right side. But that one there, Boskovic, she's only 20 years old, and she is an absolute weapon. So Netherlands shape up like this. Nip to the berry should start. Stoltenberg, well, came off the bench, did very well. Bellin will start in the middle, I'm sure. Celeste Plack did well coming in as a second opposite player, coming in to make blocks at certain times. De Cruyff the middle. Bolkesteiner, very steady, the captain on the outside. Sloce 10 is going to start. Anna Bush on the outside, also very, very influential in this team. Big point scorer. Dijkma should be the setter. Serbia, well, Zivkovic, number 4, will start setting. Number 6, Tijana Misailovic, outside, should start as well. Then we have number 9, Mihailovic. She's very, very useful on the outside. But we all know this team is based around Boskovic, the opposite. Number 18. These two teams did meet earlier on in the competition, 3-0. Serbia, done and dusted. Will it be the same again? Who knows? Morrison, very influential in this team at the moment for the Netherlands. They're praising team spirit, they're praising the vibe, good vibes, the Netherlands, is what was said in the press. Netherlands versus Serbia for a European gold from Baku. So we line up for the national anthems for the final time here in Azerbaijan. The Netherlands will be the first anthem. The Netherlands looking for their first gold since 1995. The problem for them is not that they can't do it, but they have a very strong Serbian team up against them. Serbia, many people's favourites for this one. The teams, well, they will come together for one last time before we meet the referees. And then the starting six. Handshakes all round. Jamie Morrison. Zoran Terzic. The Netherlands ran a quick game last night, looking to get the ball out to either stick, trying to beat the middle blockers, the opposition. They played very well at times against Azerbaijan, but they need to go up a level, at least, if they want to beat this Serbian team. Zivkovic, the setter from Serbia, can orchestrate the offense very well. The referees, Mokre, Zolfogorov. Proud moment for the second referee from Azerbaijan. His job will be primarily to watch the net touches as we get ready to see who the starting sixes are from both sides. Any changes? We're about to find out. Bellin starting 3, 5 is De Cruyff, the middle player. 6, Bakastina. She was excellent yesterday outside, didn't really put a foot wrong. 10, Sluic. Think Sienna Bush coming out as well. We're going to have a look at the 6. We're going to have a bit more clarity. Bush and Bolkastina outside. Bellin and De Cruyff in the middle. Dijkma and Sluic through position 2. So Dijkma setting. Nip is the libero, who was very, very good yesterday as well. Jamie Morrison, whose mentors include Karch Karai, as we meet Serbia. Sivkovic, Mesovic. 6 will play outside. 9, Mihailovic, played very well yesterday. 11, Velchkovic, the middle. Let's have the first 6 confirmed. Very difficult to see them as they come out. Boskovic playing opposite. Zivakic at 2. Sejlovic, Mahajovic through position 4. Stefanic and Velkovic through the middle. No surprises there either. So same 6s. They've gone for their strongest. Zoran Terzic, a very successful Serbian coach, will want to add another goal to his collection. We're almost ready to rumble, as you can hear in the stadium. Big games call for big performances from big players. There's one in your picture. Sloce, can she deliver opposite? Can she be a big point scorer? Because we're pretty sure that Boskovic, through that same position, the left-hander for Serbia, will be. Tense moments before the start of this gold medal game. Netherlands' 2nd consecutive final. Serbia looking for a gold after a silver at the Rio Olympics. Setter starting at 6, just jumps on into position 3, goes straight to Sloce, who sides out. Great start, big celebrations, but they can't afford to be too pumped up and too excited. It's a long game. First to 25 points. If it's 2-2, it's a race to 15, so can't run out of gas or use too much gas early on. But Sloce, 1 from 1, she'll be happy with that. Serbia use the middle. Good start from them. Just Velkovic coming in, tipping over the top of the block. Setter playing defense at position 1. Dijkma. Bolkastina's all wing spikers near enough play position 6. Back to Sloce. This time she goes long. She's allowed the odd miss. They might look for a challenge here. They're sure of a touch. Nothing given away though from Serbia. Sounds like there's a challenge coming. There is indeed. Mission impossible. Echoes out around the arena. Looking for a block touch. No block touch, waste of a challenge. Time to receive serve. Velkovic, Sejlovic, and Boskovic, that weapon set up to block. They might have to try and avoid her in their offense as well, in the Netherlands. She's got many blocks. Great reception. They're completely in system here. They run the play, trying to go off the block of Boskovic. Looking for a hand over the opposite, but not given. Cruyff just whipping one straight down to the floor. Another challenge. What a start to this final. Every point matters. Pressure's on. Net touch was what they were looking for. No net touch. Flirting with it, De Cruyff, but nothing given. Sloche. The opposite, so they've got the front court setter in now, the Netherlands. So Sloche will be attacking from the 10 position, position 1. Oh, more overpassing. Dealt with beautifully well from the Netherlands. Too high for the setter. Easy pickings for Boucher. High, but that is a great spot. That they can run their offense perfectly. They're a little bit out of rhythm though. Pancake potentially. No, the ball hits the floor. Boucher doesn't get underneath it. Point for Serbia. Spreading the play. Great attack, Netherlands. Not quite sure the line judge on that one, but he gives it in to Cruyff. Again, just running that play from the middle back to position 2, trying to split the middle blocker. Give her a bit of a free net. Serbia are challenging. So all the time in the women's game, the slide attack when the setter's front court. The ball is in, another wasted challenge. Have to be careful as only the early stages of this first set. Great decision from the line judge. Good work, sir. So with us a flat float, so there's a good camera angle that you can see how they're serving flat to try and take time away from the reception of the Serbians. Voskovic is a big threat, and that's not a good start. The ball travelling too far across her right side, losing height in the air. Back to Voskovic. Now she fades one away on a sharp angle. Ripper from her. She is world class, Voskovic. Slightly out of system. They go back to position 2. Where De Cruyff is blocking. Chance. From Misailovic. Through 4. It's the problem when you're passing off the net. The speed of the game has to go slower because the distance is higher. It's further to get the ball to the spikers. So it gives blockers more time, gives the defense more time to set up as well. Oh, giving a few gifts early on here, Serbia, aren't they? A lot of overpasses. Cruyff again. Excellent. There'll be a reason why she's starting in the rotation next to the setter. Potentially it will just be for this reason, that she's extremely effective at the slide attack, making things difficult here for Serbia early on. Defense is the call. Another sharp angle was the target from Voskovic, but she's missed out on the party. Oops. Not a good start. She's tried to hit that angle all 3 times. Short ball from De Cruyff. She's done very well in the offense, so she won't be too bothered. They've got a 1-point lead. Very early, though. Can't get much of a read on this one this early on in the set. Belen this time. They really are succeeding when the middles are running. That one's slightly quicker. It's a good set. Stefanic, the middle from Serbia, is trying to cover the tip, but she's gone too early. She's left the middle section. Let's listen in.
Nice spot on number 18. I thought we were left hand. Maybe you overran it the second time. So just make sure you stop. Don't feel like you have to fly there. I liked you stopping short and leaving a space. At least I think it was you. We're in a good spot there. Remember, 9's coming up in the front row now. We're live.
Clear that 9 and 18 are the two threats that Morrison's spoken about. Morrison impressing lots of people. As we said earlier, Karch Karai being one of his mentors, Hugh McCutcheon another one, and if you follow volleyball and it's something you've been a part of for a while, you'll know those two names as being at the forefront of not just volleyball but coaching, spearheads in what they do. It's a completely different thing. You can know a lot about volleyball but not know so much about coaching. McCutcheon and Karai, sorry, at the forefront of both. Obviously Karch being a gold medalist in beach and indoor volleyball as well. Better from Serbia, it's more aggressive passing. Easy. Good timing. They really are seeing the middle as an area where they can influence the game. The two middle players are getting a lot of service, Cruyff and Belen, and they're scoring points on a regular basis. There'll be nothing that will make Morrison happier than that on the side. Brute. Boskovic back, doing what she does best. But sloppy from the service line. They can afford, there's always an argument here between risk and reward. You have to risk your serve to be rewarded. You're going to miss the odd one, but coaches will prefer the ball going out the back than they will going in the net. Good swing deep on 6. See a lot of spikers. If you're aiming towards that last metre of the court, you'll see some flashy warm-up spikes that are steep, but this time Boskovic on the left side. But you'll see anything deep is more likely to score you points. Steeper you hit, the more you're flirting with the block. Fast passing. Now the service pressure is up. They are getting rewarded for their risk. Back to Boskovic. She's getting a high percentage of the balls. And that's why, because when she starts to get confident, she's in rhythm. She's too high. She goes over the block. There, they're trying to keep up. They set very, very wide to the left-hander. Makes it so difficult for the middle to get across. Sloche hits, makes her second hitting error, so the Serbian team take the lead for the first time in this final. More serving errors. Good passing, in system, they can run the whole offense. But sitting on the one, Sloche has just come up with a great dig and they can't convert in transition. Libero steps in. Oh, Boskovic. Yeah, it's one thing from Deitmer sitting off, not choosing to make a three-man block. She's in a good position there. Maybe she's moving a little bit too early, trying to anticipate the spike from Boskovic, but that's an incredible angle. Absolutely. So high, super tight, could be a block hit. 2 certainly is a tight the set, the more the block comes into the game for sure. Setter is picked out by the free ball from the Netherlands. Chance for Boskovic. More deep swings from her. They think it's in. They're having a little quiz. I think they've used their challenges up though. Can't tell from there. The line judge has the best spot in the house. Interesting start here because Netherlands have been consistent. They've used the middle well. Dijkma getting off to play defense here at 2 again. Boskovic, she's just going to keep hitting the seam. The middle blocker here. De Cruyff has done so well in offense, but she has to stay quick, high, and get over the net. But she knows that her opposite number is very, very strong. She's going to keep hitting angles. She's going to keep trying to go off that middle player, beat the seam. Boskovic's serve, though, is in the net, so we're tied. And now she's on the backcourt, so that's maybe a little bit of a saviour for the Netherlands. And maybe they can take a bit of control again throughout this second half of the first set. Passing is strong again from Serbia. Better blocking from Belen this time through the middle. Chip off the block. More joy. That's Milicevic. Long this time. They've run that slide play through to quite a few times. Just when Dijkma is on the front court, just keeping Stefanic, the middle blocker, running after her. Serving. This is going to be very effective. It's a tip from Becksteiner. You've seen she's left-handed, but she plays on the right side, so the ball has to keep being set across her body, but she's very effective. She hits the ball back on the angle well. She tips well, as you've already seen. That's a big hit this time. It's Stefanic hitting the slide of her own. 16-14 at the technical. Let's have a listen to what the coaches are saying. It's a shorter slide that time, piercing the seam.
Osnovne stvari koje treba da uradimo, ono što i prošli put sa Holandijom vezano za blok. Rešimo stranu, mirno, sačekamo, lopte su ubačene gore.
Number 6, not right at her, not high with her hand. Yeah, when Law's up, you're going after her, so 6 makes this to us in that case. If you were thinking about it, they're going over the top of the stake a little bit.
It's a lot for the Dutch fans to be happy about out there. They're right with Serbia, who have been polled as being the favourites for this one. From you guys, the watchers. Back to business as we hit the final third of this final. Passing's tight, should be points all day long. Too good, Serbia. They have to pass better than that, the Netherlands, because they like running their quick game. They like keeping the middles running combinations, and if you're passing out of system, that becomes impossible. No chance that Belen in the middle is getting anywhere near that. Timeout called from Morrison. Maybe a good decision as well, just to break up the rhythm and the momentum that's coming from Serbia. speaking about the pass. Morrison just saying, get the first ball in. You're on telly. Great supporters. The Dutch in every sport. Better passing, that's exactly where they want to be. Yet again, Bellin comes in, she's hit the back set well, she's also now in a real good position on that sort of 3-yard quick set. Making life hard for the middle blockers. Out of system, but that's some crank from the middle from Serbia. She saved their blushes there. Velkovic hitting on the turn, but then being very active with their feet, have vision to get out to the outside and help with the block. They have got 3 on the front court now. Sloche is dogged though. Dijkman, the backcourt setter, has 3 options. Out to the outside, more blocking. Oh wow, Nip somehow gets underneath that to get that one back on the Serbian side. Back to the outside, more digs. No, not quite. The ball hits the floor before it's dug by Birkenstein. Some rally. Holland are hanging in there, that's for sure. The blocking though from Serbia throughout that rally opened up the opportunity in transition. Mihailovic does the rest for them. Serbia are starting to show their class, leading by 4. Looking favourites for this first set. Overpasses, no. Dijkman celebrating, she knows she's done well there to connect with the middle yet again. This connection is key for the Dutch. Just pops the ball in front of her. The timing's good from Bellin. She goes through the block. Out of system, but she's so big. That's yet again Boskovic just making the best of a bad situation. The ball's well inside. She has to get her feet to the right of the ball. Look at the height difference there. She's not even at the highest point. The ball's still a little bit inside to score. Anyway, back to Serbian bullets and belters from the back line. That is some whip. Mihailovic again, just on fire. They complement each other so well, the number 9 and number 18.
Just make sure we go. Again, a decision is better than no decision. So it's either call a name or we go. Only thing, we get one side out, they're going to be in center 6. Again, zone 2 and 4, you're helping on the 11 on a good pass. Otherwise, we're good on the pins. Let's go!
Again, more instructions from Morrison. Some about the block, some about running offense. They're going to the pins, he means the spikers on the sides. It's a reception though that's making them suffer, but that girl there in your picture, she stands down. Good decision, she jump served the previous one. But all she's done, that's very, very good work. Instead of going for the jump serve, potentially missing it, she stood down just with a powerful float. She knows that the pressure here is on the Netherlands, so she's just put the ball in play, let them make the mistake, and now you might see her go for a spin serve. 3 in a row for Serbia. No, she stands down again, but it's a quick pass, no middle. They have to go to Sloche, so the whole world knows that, so they can get 2 blockers on the outside. Back to the opposite player. Second time of asking, squeezing one down the line, but she's just missed out. Running away here, it was close. They were trading, but Serbia 4 in a row from the team in blue. Oh, it was very close. It wasn't a bad swing at all. Challenge, why not? It was in. Great challenge. That's a big difference. 23-16 to 22-17. Keeps them just in touch. Back to the outside. Good blocking. We've seen this before. Plank comes in just to bring more of a block on the front. Means there's a backcourt setter. Fist clenching stuff for the coach. He'll be very happy. Stoltenberg is coming to serve and to set, so it's just to keep 3 front court attackers on. They need it. There's another one. Okay, here we go. Stoltenberg looks like an inspired change by Morrison. She's come on, served well. There's also been a block from De Cruyff in there, and I think that whistle signals a timeout for Serbia. You can't count this Dutch team out.
Nije baš ni toliko dobar, ali zato smo tvrdi maksimalno kad primamo servis. Smirite. Ajde, pa do sad sve dodajem. Nemamo problem s prijemom servisa. Nemojte da nam prijem servisa zavisi od rezultata. Samo od onoga što mi znamo, to je najvažnije. Ajde, ajde.
Big physical play through the pipe, excellent setting. Get the feet around the ball, still look like you're going to position 4 here, and then just help it on the way. Good work from the middle as well. Just doing her best, even though they're off the net there, Serbia, to try and take the blockers away. Outstanding physicality. Milovic. Good timeout from Serbia. Spreading the play, Black on the left side. Outstanding defense from the setter. Unfortunately, after that the ball sails out the back. Still have to be aggressive, even when you start out of system. You have to try and score points at every possible opportunity. Set point though for Serbia. Netherlands have been pretty good throughout. They've just lost their way throughout the middle period. Look who it is serving. Boskovic, the weapon, serving for the set. Oh, Nip is served off the court, the libero. Nip. It's a great serve from Boskovic, and it brings up the first set for Serbia. She's still moving. Ball just pings off the arms. Ref gets involved in the game. Outstanding start for Serbia. And the thing is that Holland have actually played pretty good ball as well. But look at the score difference, 25-20. Serbia, well, they were favourites, or they are favourites for this goal. There's a long way to go, but what a start for them. 16 attacks, everything else is the same. They've been more efficient at the net, taken their opportunities, more so than the Dutch. Be interesting to see what happens in the second, though. You can't count this team out. Cruyff, 4 points. Boskovic, there she is, 8 already. She was well in the 20s last night, the 20-year-old. And she started at a good pace again. So, set 2, what's that going to bring us? I don't think there'll be many changes. You might see a little bit more of Plak and Stoltenberg, the reserve setter. But I don't think from the start, I think Morrison will stick with Dijkema. Everyone's having fun in here. Done a great job of this, Baku. It's been a fantastic tournament. Set 2. Zivkovic pulls the strings for this Serbian team. Akština. Grothaus will serve first. The southpaw. Middle straight away, it's so quick. Sitting quite far back there, the Netherlands backcourts. Velkovic, high, quick. Backs it up with a belting serve. Zivkovic, the setter. Uh-oh, this could be problematic for the Netherlands here, because this is Serbia starting to play very well. The middle's nowhere near that because of the setting from Zivkovic. She gets round, she looks as if she's going to set the ball out to 4, and then she just flips it straight back to 2, one-on-one, setting the longest lines, making it very, very difficult for the middles to get across. Zivkovic again going for that floaty, moving serve. They're an intense team, the Dutch, aren't they? Throw a lot of high fives. Good serve was a call from the coach on the side, you could hear that. Irrelevant. Boskovic, side out machine, just keeps banging away. On the backcourt. Or on the front. Oh, bad toss of the serve. She has to chase after that. It's good work from the Netherlands, but they're stopped. There's going to be a decision here from someone potentially hitting the net. TV replay looking for a challenge, maybe. Not quite sure. That was halfway through the point, so might be because of a rotation, maybe. I could be wrong. Foot fault. Oh, that makes sense. Mihailovic was really chasing after that. She tossed the ball well in court. It was only like a 60%. And that's a good challenge, but she's done great to still jump 3 or 4 inches behind that baseline. So all at sea. Dijkman does well to get the set up. Goes through the block of Bush, goes through the Serbian block. Second chance, Liberi jumps in to set. It's a little bit off. So there's another chance because there's only a continuation from the Netherlands. No continuations there. They're scoring from all areas, everybody, all of their weapons, taking the pressure off of each other. Malcevic, Mihailovic, and Boskovic. It's not even including the middles, but they're all firing Timeout called for Morrison. That's just showing how much pressure
Hey, the only thing I have right
they're
now is
under.
to call a timeout. I liked Annie's last swing. There's times when I feel like we're being passive back there. So I talked to you over the Club World Championships. Hit the shit out of it. High, hard, make sure we're being
Sorry for the
aggressive.
language, but it's so good to listen to the timeouts. Don't be passive. Hit it hard. Serbia have been relentless throughout this competition, and they're not showing any signs of letting up, are they? More jump serves. That's a good angle right the way across to Nip. Great setting though from Dijkma. There is a point, running around celebrating everything. Dijkma's constantly intense on this team. Boskovic just knowing exactly where the block is there. She's made a really good decision. But she's just missed out. Better serving. They still have a chance to rescue it. They're going to be second best. Not with Boskovic though, just hitting balls from anywhere. Now the Netherlands are under a bit of pressure. They do well to get a decent attack away. Second free ball, Boskovic again. She's unbelievable. She can hit from anywhere. Now it's the Netherlands hanging on. Third time in a row for Boskovic? Yeah, it sure is. 3 times in a row, and it was the third time to the opposite. She puts it away. The rest of the team is smiling. Makes their life so much easier. She's a cannon. Just keep feeding her. She'll score. So impressive. In system, they've run that pipe-in system a few times. It's worked almost every time. Great speed from Dijkma. She's under pressure, but she keeps the play quick. More stress for the middle blocker. This time, Stevanovic, they try and chew through the block. It looked like there might have been a touch originally, but looks like there's a challenge. I can't hear Mission Impossible, so no challenge. Serbia's point for the ball going out. They bring heat from the baseline, Serbia. It's just to complement the rest of their game. They don't serve soft, do they? You've got Boskovic for one. Mihailovic for a second, who just bullet the ball. Credit to the setting. Sivkovic there managing to get round the ball. You just see her dip in with her hip to get it out to the side there. Just as I'm praising everybody, they make 1 or 2 mistakes. Serbia, Morrison, would love to see his team nick a set here and put the pressure well and truly on Serbia. Excellent. When the outside stops firing, they go back to the middle, and Stanovic hits an absolute rasper like that. Goes across the body, whips it back to 1.
Par poena koji oni uzimaju uglavnom na neke stvari koje su ono okej. Ništa sporno. Naprave dobar blok, naprave ne znam dobru odbranu, sve ništa nije sporno.
High, hard swings. Defense, we're going for everything right now. Let's go.
High, hard swings. When you go high, Iron hard swings mean the ball goes deep. You can go off the top of the hands. Netherlands fans are still having a fun time out here. Rightfully so. They've done well to get here, but they're going to want to keep putting Serbia under pressure. The serve is flat and tough again. No time for the passes. Means that they try and connect. They lose rhythm. Boskovic and co having an easy time. Stevanic has just won the last 2 for her team. Shows she's effective blocking and in offence as well. Some reactions. It's been impressive, Zivkovic throughout this one. They're very well organised in every aspect of the game. Not only do they have class, especially offensively, but so well drilled defensively as well. Great run, that from the Netherlands. More quick plays on the slide. The setter's beautiful hands, just flicking it. Ace for the Netherlands as well. Maybe that's going to turn the tide. Dijkmer again. Be surprised if she doesn't have a headache or feels dizzy at any point of this game, because she is just revving so much. Should be a Serbian point here. They have a free ball. Back to the outside, great tip down the line. They know that Dijkmer's front court and she's sneaking up to take the short tip. The 6 is swinging to the line. They get away with it though, the Dutch, and a second chance to the outside. 2 in the block, but it's straight out of play. Long. They do go high risk for high reward, as we've spoken about before. So they do miss a few, but they also get the opposition out of system, a high percentage, and that's half the game. If you can get the opposition out of system, passing from the 3-meter line or the wrong side of it, then you've always got a chance of getting 2 blockers up on the outside. Zivkovic. Okay, under a little bit of pressure. Second best on that one. Netherlands are just always constantly pulling at the jersey of the opposition here. Great reply. Couldn't do much else there, Zivkovic, apart from find the middle. When the ball's really tight, setter can't get 2 hands on the ball. It's difficult to go to the outside, but that's great technique. With the wrist, just one hand, pushing it towards the middle. The middle knows it's a good chance it's coming her way when that ball goes tight. Happy days. Slightly in system here, great setting from Dijkmer again. Maybe it's a little bit inside. Zivkovic can only really go to 4. Gives the Netherlands a chance to get 2 up in the block. Second chance they go to Boskovic, and she's shut down. That's rare that you see the lights on Boskovic go out like that. 3 almost in the block. Bellin with a very good finish with the left hand, facing back into the centre of the court. More aces. No, it's saved. Excellent side out. Boskovic gets you out of trouble every time, but fair amount of credit to Zivkovic as well. When the ball flies into the net, for anyone watching, if you can get lower than the net, it's going to just buy you a little bit of time when you're setting the ball. She did that very well, Zivkovic. The ball came out the net and she was lower than the net, so she could just guide it to the outside. Ilovic. This jump serve has done some damage for the Netherlands here this evening, hasn't it? Not this time, that one's almost ended up in the car park. Pass is just starting to go from Serbia, and they've taken full advantage of it again, the Dutch. The Netherlands really are growing through this game. They're asked to hit hard and not be passive. They're not being passive at all now. It's from the baseline as well. Their service pressure has gone up. The pass has struggled from Serbia. Point though here for Serbia means that they still hold a 1 point advantage. It's good work finding the middle from there. Great feet round. More joy though. Slice this time through the right side. Sorry, it is Bush 11, the wing spiker. This is getting interesting now. Serbia, who started this set so strongly, well, they're starting to get served very tough. There's another one. Setter has to step in, so the libero steps into set as well. Another error. No, that's hit the sideline. Boskovic again just showing her dominance. 3 in the block. Double change that we've just missed out on. Plack coming in. Stoltenberg as well. Boskovic. Oh, it's another miss serve. That's the other thing that's happened for Serbia, really. They've served so well, and the Dutch have been out of system. Now they've just missed a few opportunities, that's all. They won't mind because they know it will come back, but with that, the Netherlands are not missing serves, and they're putting some pressure on the Serbian passing unit. That's not going to cause so much pressure. That should be a side out, yes, easy. You can just see when they're serving in the middle, they're trying to play short on that one. It's not short enough, it's not tough enough. The pass is good, and when the rhythm and they're in system, then they're passing the ball high to position 2.5 or to 3. They can really run the play wherever they like, and it's easy pickings. Fumbling from Stoltenberg. That's pretty big coming into the technical time, but we're going to listen in and then we'll talk after that.
Napad s druge strane, 2, 4, nebitno je to. Mi pravimo dosta dobar blok svaki put. Znači, nema šanse da nas izbace, da ne znam, lopta dosta često kači, to i tako dalje. Gde smo tanki u posljednjih jedno 10 poena? Tanki smo u tome što smo malo više stegnuti u prijemu servisa i u odbrani. Te lopte od...
Great when you can call on the reserve opposite to bring that much physicality. It's a key component to any team, really, having a good pair as a double substitution to come on and just keep 3 spikers on the front court and blockers Okay, Plack's not the first choice, but she's a very good second choice, and there you go. Bellen again, 2 in a row post-technical, has really brought the Netherlands back in here. She can't hit any other way. Boskovic, she's been blocked a couple of times. More service pressure. 3 in a row for the Netherlands. Maybe a Serbian timeout coming our way. Let's have a little look. 3 in a row usually is an unwritten coach's rule of having to stop the onslaught. There you go.
Preblizu si. Tamo stojiš kad ne primaš servis. Kad primaš servis na svoje mesto i idemo gore loptu, ništa drugo. Ajmo dalje. Najmanje više nego nigde niko, svi su bili negdje tamo, ali ajde. No dobro, to se neki put i ne vidi. To se neki put i ne vidi, nije strašno. Opasno je mnogo kad dođemo u varijantu da ne damo i onda krenemo da igramo sa srednjacima, jer mora. E, onda je jebeno. Ajde, slobodno bre, slobodno, daj.
Azerbaijan in the crowd watching the final after their 4th place. Wonder what country those guys are supporting. Great substitution again. Oh, wow. Serve down the line, it's fast. It's a great pace serving 1 down the line to 5. Do that quite a lot. And the front court receiver putting them under all sorts of pressure. Celeste Plack has been an inspired substitution. Her job is almost done here. She's only come on to play front court, but her serving has been incredible. As that from Stoltenberg, bringing the middle into the game on the slide attack. This is a great run from the Netherlands, and it might just get them back in this final. Snap back through the seam. Happy days. Is that another timeout? Surely not. Substitution, slowing the game down again. Stevanovic is off. Popovic is on now. Look at that. 5 in a row. This is not the Serbia that we're aware of or what have played in this competition so far. They've had everything easy, but now their backs are against the wall in this set. Chance again. Fighting for everything, they're hustling hard. Holland, second chance, they go back to Boskovic, and they do finally score. Thankfully for Serbia, they surely can't run out of ideas with the team that they have. Stevanovic comes back in for Popovic. They love running that middle behind on the slider. Hasn't worked this time. Boskovic. It'll be interesting now. The first time we've really seen, look at Velkovic, the middle, just getting in the opposite's face to say well done to her teammates. But we haven't seen Serbia under too much pressure over the last few days. This is the first time, and what they've done is come back so strong. It's a rip again from Celeste Plack, but not good enough. Surely they can't get back into this one again. No, that should be lights out, but they recycle the ball again in transition. Rare error from Boskovic. Challenge. Ball is clearly out. Defense from Bekenstein is outstanding. The ball gets caught inside on Plak. It might be the last that we see of Plak. They might choose to put Sloce back in with the first choice setter to keep 3 on the front, but Morrison's decision. All this good work, winning 5 or 6 in a row, might be undone here. Back to the outside. Now they are back under pressure as Anabush is stopped. That one from Boskovic, just outstanding. She's on flames. No one in this competition can put her out. She's so high. She goes through the seam. She takes on the middle blocker. If you're not high and you're not in her face and you're not formed in that middle position, you're in real trouble against her. 20 all. This is just swinging all over the place. You can tell the Netherlands are under pressure. Their first pass has gone. Plak can't get a dig on that one. They're starting to find points on the opposite again. They bring the middle back into the game. Morrison has to call a timeout because they're starting to sweat again here, the Netherlands. Signs of a world-class team in Serbia, not knowing when they're beaten. Some teams would fall apart after losing 6 in a row. Not this one.
When we side out, they're going to be in center 1. Again, wings were helping on number 11. Zone 5, look for the tip. We get a lot of help up. Here we go. Let's go!
Zivkovic, very impressive throughout the tournament. Yes, she's got some of the most physical hitters in the world operating off of her hands, but decision-making, consistency, key components of a good setter. She's got it all in abundance. They go to the outside. Bush taking on the 2 Serbian blockers. They get a touch. Cruyff comes back in for the libero. It's a high set. She has to be aggressive there. You heard Morrison talking earlier about how they just can't be passive. They have to swing high, they have to swing hard. Bellin comes off for the libero. Jasper, the serving substitution. Working. They managed to get all blockers on the outside. They go again. They know that it's going to Boskovic, so they still keep pinching. They get 3, but again, Boskovic has absolutely no respect for anybody on a volleyball court. She can just go high, she can go 3. She's too high for all of them. She almost sometimes, it looks as if she takes the ball higher when she's hitting from the left side and she attacks the right side of the ball. She really is over the top of everyone. Good reply though. Business time. Middle was out the game. It's 2 off the net, but Boskovic, stop it. Whether she's on the right or the left, she's so aggressive with her feet, and I think that's crucial for someone that's her size. Her feet still work very well. She's dynamic for a tall girl. Just means she can unload on absolutely everything. Even when the set's not quite right, she adapts and she takes responsibility for everything herself. Fast passing. 2 in the block, slow the game down for Serbia. Chance to take a set point. They're still favourites here as they're out of system. The set's tight, they have to tip. 3rd time of asking, through the pipe this time. Tomahawk defence from Nip. Bit of pinball as it goes back out to Plak. Oh, not only does she swing Boskovic, but she also blocks, but in the end I think the block was from Stevanovic, the middle blocker. Look at that. The set's pretty tight to the net. And you haven't got any angles to really work away from the block. You can even try and hit off of it, but big shadows over the top of the spiker. The Netherlands have battled so well, but it looks like Serbia, like all great teams, even when the chips are down, they come back. Plak passing way off. She has to have a swing for it herself. More pinball. 2 in the block. Outstanding cover from Stevanic. She's been very strong today. And there you have it. Second set. Serbia, after losing 6 in a row, the Netherlands looked like they could be favourites, but no. Showing their dominance in this whole competition. Boskovic on fire. That one there. Two sets to 0, Serbia well in control, 25-20. That one was closer. There's a lot for the Netherlands to be happy with, but they have to keep their high standards for longer periods of time. 2-0, 3 aces from the Netherlands. Service pressure definitely did put Serbia on the ropes for some time, but they just ooze class, and whenever they're in trouble, they just have Boskovic that can really save them. Boskovic, look at that, she scored over twice as many points. She's almost scored more points than the top 3 scorers from the Netherlands. 19th and 32, not as high a percentage, but just as many points. She's a weapon. Let's have a look at some highlights. So what will set 3 provide us? All it might provide us with some jams. Fans having a great time. Technology plays a big part in performance analysis now, as it does in normal day-to-day life. Come on, smile. Smile, buddy. No smilers. There's a couple of smilers in the front row. Bijkema starting, Bol Christina. Same team by the looks of it from the Netherlands. Slutje, number 10, starting. Imagine it will be the same from Serbia as well. Dutch still having a great time. They know it's a good result to make this final, but can they do the unimaginable now and come back from 2-0 down? Good passing in system, should be a point early on. Again, well drilled, still low in defence, giving themselves a chance in transition. Equally good from the Netherlands though. Nice start to this third. More overhand defence from Nip. She reads the game well, that's for sure. Sometimes she's caught a little bit unbalanced. Belen diving, she does read the game. Marvellous, sorry, in a marvellous way. More flat float serves. Middle is in, they've used that so much. Just a quick one, tip over the top. Not really trying to hit hard angles, but they're doing it more for the big back row. That's why they're sitting so high, the Serbians. In the men's game, you might see 6 sitting so far back, looking for the touch. In the women's game, that first defensive position is much higher, looking for the tip. More slides. Got a great connection to Cruyff and Dijkma. Again, when the setter's front court, makes perfect sense to run the slide and keep making the block run across the front of the net, big distances. It works. Out of system, no middle this time, but who needs a middle when you have got Boskovic? Big, big left-hander. One of, if not the best in the world through this position at the minute. They're very intense, the Dutch. Led by a very relaxed coach. Saying earlier, mentors include Hugh McCutcheon and Karts Crowley. You cannot ask for two better mentors than that going through the system. Previous assistant coach of the USA, now taking this Dutch team. For anyone watching, Hugh McCutcheon and Karch, two of the biggest names in the game. Again, spreading the play. The middle again running and then testing the middle of the area of the court. The opposing middle absolutely nowhere to be seen. That's why they're running the play. Keep the middle player guessing. Keep them running to each stick. Oh, nice reply though. It's been so impressive, Stefanic, this evening. Done her duties. She's done the so-called donkey work in the middle where you're just coming in for every single ball even when they're out of the system. She's run the slide very nicely. She's also dug some great balls and covered as well. But exceptional. And the blocking as well. I haven't even mentioned the blocking. Boskovic with a rare service error. The Dutch are starting to get revved up again as they lead by 1. It's a marathon though. Cruyff been effective on the front, but can she nick a couple now for the Dutch from the baseline? Beckensteiner struggling as a left-hander. Ball gets caught inside. That pipe attack through Mihailovic is just brutal. It's a busty swing from her. Oh, matched by the Dutch on the back attack. Sloche. How do you like those apples, Serbia? Very good setting. The middle blocker was completely fooled. Out of system. There's another chance. This is exactly what happened in the previous set. Netherlands starting well, serving strong, the pass of Serbia getting disrupted, and then the Netherlands scoring points. As we see again, look at the belief. It's building, isn't it, in there? More slides, but shut down this time. Beckensteiner. Stefanic is getting her back rubbed, saying unlucky. Good line, she goes out. She doesn't drift too much. She manages to get her hand round the shoulder of the opposition, facing back into the court. Technical timeout, let's listen in.
Right now, she's gotten into trouble before. We'll test her out. If she's good, we'll go back.
Čemu se radi? O čemu ne razumem? Kako mislim? Završena utakmica. Malo sutra.
foot off the gas from the Netherlands. How many times do we see that? It's so frustrating for a coach or the player themselves, just to post timeout, slip of concentration. Maybe they're having to think too much about it. But in a game of small margins, it's really, you can't miss your serve post timeout. Does that one duck in? Yes, it does. Slow J. Sweet swing. Swing high, swing hard was the instruction earlier on. And that was very high, very hard, very, very accurate. Growing in confidence. I think that could be from the second set because they played some great ball. They're actually playing more and more good ball as this game continues. To be fair, they're growing from the first set to the second and now through the third. It's funny, just a confidence game. Middle could have been slightly further away from the setter on their approach to keep a bigger hitting window. On two, haven't seen that before in this game from Zivkovic. Just taking matters into her own hands. Sleeping. Well, you say sleeping, it was so high, so quick that it was always going to be difficult for them to get to. See hitting from the right as well. Can do everything, this team. Surely out to 4 now. No, they go through the middle, surprise everyone. Great job. Veljovic. God, trust from the setter. You've got your two main weapons on the front. Boskovic out at 4. Mihailovic at 2. And you go straight through the middle, and I think that surprised the Dutch, but they still have a 3-point lead, the Oranges. Back to 4. God, they could nick this one, couldn't they? We said in the previous set, sign of a good side is when the chips are down that you can peg your way back. Patience is key. I think the clutch of the Netherlands has been questioned yesterday against Azerbaijan, that when the pressure's on, they struggle, but not now. Sloche. Speedy, silky, smooth. Serve splitting the gap between the two passes. Indecision, happiness from that man. Timeout from Serbia. Chance for the Netherlands.
Zone 2 help. If it gets pushed into that half, they're running a lot of 11. So you're in there just trying to get a hand on it. Let's go. There we go.
Crushes the line, Sloche, but she misses out by a small margin. They've just been impressive, Holland, throughout the last 2 sets, regardless whether they lost the second or not, it doesn't really matter. From a performance perspective, they'll be happy and proud, even if they lose this 3-0 with the way that they've performed, but they'll feel like they deserve more. They at least deserve a set. Dijkma with her first second of the game. Nip, happy, smiley. As always. It's a good time to use the pipe. Mihailovic Slide, goes round the back. Good discipline from the two blockers. Dijkma pinches in, still finds the space. Can just see anyone who's watching, they're trying with the front court setter to try and move this middle blocker around as much as possible. They have to concentrate so much, the middles in this game. Boskovic, that's very unlike you, madam, and that's 15-10. And you, well, it sounds like Serbia might have taken their second timeout. Let's see, no, they haven't. Double substitution, we've seen this one before. Stoltenberg comes in, probably with Celeste Plack as well, and we can have a look. Sorry, my mistake. Jasper comes back in. Service sub. Plack is still on the side. Our service sub does get them slightly out of system. Angles. For anyone watching, as the wing spiker, being able to hit these angles, great set as well from that position. Being able to hit that sharp angle across the court. Missing the block. They haven't got three in the block there, the Dutch, so that sharp one is always on. Especially when you're slightly out of system and the ball has to carry long distances, because the middle blocker will get out there far quicker and be more of a threat. Serbia, none of them are firing now. Boskovic missed. Stevanovic has missed as well. Let's listen to Morrison.
I meant to say that at 8, so make sure we're upgrading that. Center 3 right now. She hit angle. We'll take ball here.
Complete contrast. Coaching behaviours. It's always an interesting thing to watch. Some aggressive, loud, point the blame, give the finger to, point the finger even to players. These two very cool, very instructive, informative, giving answers. Is this one going to swing? They're trading, but that's happy days for the Netherlands, trading points at this time with a 5-point lead. Sloce, big angles from her as well. Good from you, Monika Sloce. Nip has just nipped in, pardon the pun, and thrown a bump set going to the ground. That's a very high standard. She's a lefty, Beckenstein, so the ball has to travel across her a little bit more. It does that beautifully. Timeout called.
Pričamo o tome da posljednjih već ceo set nemamo ni jedan prijem u vis. Ono što nam je obavezno, je li tako? Nijedan. Ili je nisko tu sebi iznad glave, ili je nisko preko mreže, nijedan u vis, je tako? Ajde da se vratimo da radimo svoj posao, ej. Samo to. Samo to. Sad će vam biti za nijansu teže. Dali ste im i oni sad malo dobili samopouzdanje. Sad vraćamo.
Netherlands fans really have something to celebrate at the moment. Dijkma with the ball in hand. Everything that Serbia throw at Holland at the moment comes back in their face. Fighting away. Dijkma gives it to Beckensteiner. Out of system again. Is there a continuation, or can Mihailovic find a way through? She can find a way through. Beckenstein's frustrated with her blocking. Very difficult for the wing spiker to get in and help the middle blocker and the opposite, or the setter. Very hard to get a good line and a good form over the net. Stevanic needs to dig deep here. 5-point game going into the final third. Imperative for Serbia if they want to win this 3-0 and take the goal fairly easy. Not On Belen's watch though, she's high. She makes good space between her and the setter. She's in the air just after the contact. Finds a great angle as well. Overpass is a free gift. Oh my, this one could be heading for a little bit of a classic. They've had everything their own way recently, Serbia, but not here and not now. Go back to the middle, but this time Serbia are equal to it. Now they go to the line. Sloce does find a sweet swing. Whether it's in or not, we're about to find out. They're sure, the Oranges, that this one is in. Well, the libero looks like she's got the line covered. To be honest, her left foot's completely on that line, so you'd think that anything that's, yeah, just... Some swing though from Sloce to try and work that ball down the line. Not a difficult swing to get to, getting a feed inside the ball and guiding it down that avenue. Serbia just hand the initiative straight back to the Netherlands. Terzic, the coach, is going to be frustrated with this, but he knows that his side, who's class, that is class through the middle as well. Great setting from Dijkma. Equal though, the libero from Serbia, Blagovic. 4 touches given. This is going to be the really interesting stage because yesterday against Azerbaijan they had a lead bigger than this, the Netherlands, and they let it go in the 4th. They had too much points, let it go. Azerbaijan took control and the Netherlands had to come back in the 5th to win. There's a timeout, I think, from Morrison. Yes, there is. In the previous set they had a lead as well and they let it go.
Again, jump float, she will serve short sometimes, so just make sure we're talking about it strategically short, to make sure we're talking front row. You can get it if it goes there too. We get one side out 6. Yep. Make sure we're helping if the quick gets in your zone next time. 11, we're staying in tight, remember. There we go.
Very good again from Morrison, always giving the players answers, telling them to communicate on the short ball. Let's just see if this Dutch team have clutch now. Can they perform under pressure? Good timeout as well from Morrison, one of the best servers from Serbia. Hajlovic. She's gone back to the float serve. They're out of system here, so they go to the wing spiker. Tentative defense though, so the Dutch have a second chance through the middle. Put away delightfully well from the Cruyff. Just building through the rally nicely, the Netherlands. Serbia have had this competition their own way the whole way through. Back to Plack, the reserve opposite. Absolute belter from her. Doug, though. Talking of belters, Boskovic loves belters. That's huge from her, hitting the seam. She is big time. The opposite. Back to Boskovic. This time she misses out, so that's a big play in the context of the game. You give it to your big player. She's looking for the tip. She knows there's a gap there, but she misses out. Shea with the serve. 3 will do it for the Netherlands, but have they got it in them to see it out under pressure? Passes are excellent. They go back to the outside. They look to open up the seam, but it's Serbia that keep making silly mistakes, whether it's through Boskovic at position 2 or whether it goes to the outside. Errors galore. There's a change coming in by the looks of it as well. Chasing after it. Oh, sloppy. This one is going to 4 sets. Everything now for Serbia is not going their way. For the Dutch, though, they are on absolute flames. Good setting. Boskovic again shut down. She's been set. She's been so effective all competition, but right now, the Dutch have the better of her. It goes out to Beckensteiner for the set. She goes long, maybe looking for a touch. Nope. Serbia grabbed the point, but the Netherlands are going to have multiple opportunities to steal this one away, take it to a 4th. Nip just giving it a little bit of stability with the bump set. But there's an error. Boskovic needs a bit of a miracle here. Doesn't. Can only find the net. No miracle this time, but there could be a miracle coming as the Netherlands stamp down some authority and get themselves right back into the mix of this gold medal match. The teams change ends as we are going to a 4th. Netherlands take that one 25-18. That's an absolute whipping. Serbia, many people's favourites. They're still in the driving seat for sure, but let's have a look at some stats. Serbia still 2 sets to 1 up. More attacks from Serbia, more errors from Serbia, more blocks from the Netherlands. We're going to have a look at some highlights from that 3rd set in just a moment. The best scorers: Belen, 10. Boskovic, 21 points from 38. It's big points for her, but the percentage is not as high as they have been. They found a way to deal with it as we have a look at some highlights. Substitutions warming up as we go into the 4th. You're on the telly. Hello. Dutch are really putting the pressure on Serbia here in Baku. People suggesting But the mood on court plays such a big part, which I completely agree with. The mood potentially from Serbia's dropped, but the Dutch want it. The team spirit, the togetherness. They're absolutely psyched for this. They know it's their big opportunity to upset the silver medalists from Rio. Beckenstein starting things off in the fourth. Which way is this one going to go? Who knows? Set goes straight to the outside. Mihailovic with an absolute rasper, but that's dug so well from Beckensteiner. Unfortunately, they couldn't stay in rhythm, couldn't keep control of the ball. Easy pickings the second time round for Serbia. That's the sort of start that Terzic would want from his players for sure. They want to probably see a little bit of fire and a little bit of fight as well. The Berries had a fairly quiet game. Blagovic. There's someone who hasn't had a quiet game. Firstly, Dijkma, the setter, who every time they win a point, she treats the court as a playground and just goes running aimlessly around it. Three in the block, no way through, no angles, second time. Good work from Serbia, still keeping the middle, even though three blockers were pretty pinched quite centrally there. Probably quite a risky thing to do, but they've done pretty well through Veljkovic, through that area, throughout the game. Mihailovic now serving. Interesting to see if she goes for a spin serve or whether she tries to float one in. Here's a jump float. It's a tough float as well. Beckensteiner getting, the ball almost getting past her before she contacts it, so the pass isn't into position 3, the front central side. Second chance though for Holland, they go to the middle. Excellent defence as well. Wow, from Blagovic. On the turn, manages to get a wrist underneath the ball, but can't keep it alive. Tied at 2s. Look at the faces of the Dutch. They're sensing something here. They're not going to give in, are they? Some think they're the underdogs, but oh, they've just left one. You can see the celebrations. They're sensing it. Serbia, they're hesitant, not communicating maybe. The passing unit don't want to pass the ball. And that court, when your passing unit are under pressure, the 3 people passing the ball, that court feels very, very big. Blagovic blags it in. Touch off the block, better from Boskovic. Boskovic, the absolute weapon. Ripper, what a dig that is from Beckensteiner. Again, 2 in the block. This is turning into some spectacle. This time Zivakic sits on the angle, parks and makes a dig, but that's sloppy from the setter. Just hustling the ball over. God, nobody thought Holland had a chance. They're right back in this one. Good passing, Blagovic. Great run of the play as well. Zivkovic just twisting around that one, feeding the middle. Cruyff knows, 15, that she started to go the wrong way out to 4, and then she's got pulled back, so she's not a force to be reckoned with in the block. Boskovic's serve has well and truly nodded off. Problems now. When Boskovic stops firing, it has an effect on the rest of the team. She is the star. Now they do go to 4. They've got 2 blocks in potentially a net touch. Yes, it is a net touch. Bellin maybe, 3, the middle. Good serving, but the pass is equal to it. It's a great pass from there, really. Speed of the pipe attack, the backcourt attack is fast. Not quite high enough for Sloce to unleash on that time. They'll still be confident here, the Dutch, though, that's for sure. Maybe not as the pass goes astray. Back to outside, Mihailovic with the tip. Birkenstein is completely equal to it with a beautiful bit of tip cover. There she is again, though. Stefanic, this time running the slide attack. Playing cat and mouse with the middle blocker. Here she goes. You can see the middle blocker go second. She never gets her hands over the net, the number 3. Big open spaces for Serbia to attack to. Say that serving short, it's a beautiful serve as well. Equally great set from Dijkma from Netherlands. Bellin this time is high, but she's not pressing over the net. Maybe her eye was off of the player. Deflection off the left hand, out of play. The Netherlands, they have to be careful here because they've been so hyped up. The adrenaline has been pumping so much, and what you find here is that teams who do that, the highs are high and the lows are low. There's no sort of consistent ground psychologically. Mihailovic with the serve, comfortable side out. It's the thing with the timeout, what will happen is that sometimes the serve will be missed, but sometimes what will happen is the server just takes a bit of pace off the ball to be a bit guarded with their serve, and that at least gives a percentage, or gives you a higher percentage of getting a good pass, and that's not a good pass from Blagovic. Nip is all over that, the Berry, they go to 4, there's no block, easy from Birkenstein. She knows that she's got no block there, so it doesn't have to be anything flash. She just has to make the ball hit the floor, and that's what she does. Especially short on Boskovic. Tall players do not like going to ground. They're comfortable being high in the air and aggressive. They don't like getting their knees dirty. It's not comfortable for them. Out of system again, Serbia. They're scoring, but the thing that I would suggest for the Netherlands is that they're not comfortable. The pass is not good. Somehow Mihailovic just whips that, fades it off the body. But they will not be feeling confident. Again, Mihailovic goes high. That's some retrieval. Excellent stuff from the Netherlands. They can only tip the ball, so it goes back out for Mihailovic for the umpteenth time in a row. More outstanding cover from Boucher. Sloce out of 4. The ball does go to her as well. This rally could almost be match defining, gold medal defining. Boskovic with a steep angle. Ripper from her. Anna Bush, just phenomenal though in the backcourt, covering lots of ground very quickly, keeping the ball alive. But you can do that all day. There's no digging that from Boskovic. She needs to come back to the party, and that's a big statement from her. pinball. Can't keep Netherlands down for too long though, can you? As we said, as we said earlier, thinking more about how they're so psyched, the Netherlands, but their body language can drop so quickly. Serbia, they do get excited, but they try and stay on more of a level. Consistency is key. Being relaxed is key as well. Boskovic being plucked from Dijkma, goes back out to Sluec. Game changer, just out there, wing spiker. Brilliant work from Mihailovic. She's really, as Boskovic has gone quiet, she's needed to stand up, and she has. She's getting a higher percentage of the ball. Now the points are flowing for Serbia. Overpass. Netherlands were a cut above previously in the third set, but it's very difficult to keep playing at that level against a team who are not even playing overly well at the moment, Serbia, compared to what we've seen them play. But they're so physical in different elements. No middle block, no respect. Good serving. Just keep giving her the ball. That's what they're doing. Giving it to Mihailovic. She's absolutely dominating everything here. She's been served. They're trying to quieten her down by serving her the ball, trying to make her have to pass and then worry about hitting. But actually, she's pretty comfortable doing that. She's enjoying it. She's stepping up. Now, needs to see if she can score from the baseline. Big serve. You can see that the pressure's starting to be taken off the shoulders of Serbia. Coach has got problems with their block defense. Ball goes outside though. Once again, Dutch cannot be quietened here. Anna Bush. Interesting. They're giving her every single ball, which is good because she's obviously performing, Mihailovic, but actually you've still got Boskovic, but maybe they're giving her a rest to start to give her more of the ball as the set comes towards the end. But she's made a big impact, Mihailovic, but maybe it's a wrong idea to keep feeding her throughout this stage. The middles have done a good job. Passes into a great spot now, so they go back to the opposite. Bekensteiner and Plak doing very well. Blagovic doing an equally sterling job. Block from Velkaric keeps the 3-point lead. Vital for Serbia. Love running that play for De Cruyff. As soon as that ball goes past her hitting window, there's only one way she can hit it. She's jumping inside out. She's really going to struggle to do anything else but tip the ball to the line because the ball's gone too far across. So she's going to snap the ball back across the court, and there's two blockers waiting for her, taking exactly that angle. Bekensteiner puts the ball on the plate. They're completely in system. To the outside, one-on-one. Boskovic brings herself back to the party. Massive play from her. Too high in the face of Anna Bush. That's an absolute rasper of a block. 15-11. Looks like Serbia have got a grip of this one again. Back to the outside. Good defense, sitting up, taking the sharp angle. It's a great set as well to still get the ball on the net. There's a bit of pinball, but somehow it's taken a deflection off of the Dutch, out of play. We go to the technical timeout, 16-11. And actually, the Dutch have worked so hard. They were so animated. They're now deflated, and it's a long way back. Stoltenberg, the reserve setter, who's just come on for a double substitution, should have maybe dealt with that situation slightly better.
Nema, ludilo, neko sad joj plačemo, joj kao bravo, hrabri i pobednici. Idemo do kraja.
It's been a great competition in Baku. The women's game certainly is growing in Azerbaijan. Big leagues, big money transfers. The national team taking a fourth of this competition, 3 in a row. Serbia has been at the right time. Well watched. Stevanovic, she just sees, she sees the pipes coming. She delays her timing in the block because she sees the arm slow down of the spiker, and she just dunks Celeste Plack straight down, and then Plack has to dart to the ground, dodge the bullet's serve. 5-point game. Smile still for Dijkma and co, but they're really going to have to keep digging deep. They have got service pressure in them, but that's not what they need. Well, maybe it is. Who am I to say that when they get another block through Birkensteiner? It is quite a passive serve down the middle, but Boskovic is shut down by the Dutch. Is there room for a comeback for the Netherlands? Pass is all at sea here. It has to go high. Back to the opposite position. Great positioning deep at 6. The ball, I think, disappeared outside the antenna. Come back inside the antenna. There might be a challenge here. There hasn't been a challenge for a while in this game. Maybe not. Serbia rotate around. Okay, this could be positive for Holland. Boskovic is now on the backcourt. Maybe it's not positive as she rips an ace. We've seen her hit her jump serve throughout the competition. It hasn't gone to plan over the last set or two. She's so high that her jump float serve is just as devastating.
Scoot back. We're in there. Sorry. I'm losing my voice. Thank you. We got an uphill battle here. And we got it again. Like we talked about this before, take it 1 point at a time. We get a side out right now. We go back and earn 1 point. Let's go.
Closing stages of this one. Dijkma flips the slide attack again. Excellent. We've seen that many times, especially when the setter's front court just splitting that middle block, making her chase big areas. Again, they're just looking to attack the seam, the middle of the court, putting the pressure on the middle blocker. Long way back, though, for the Netherlands. Jasper comes back in as a service specialist. Hitting from way downtown. No way. Boskovic, again showing what good feet she has for a big girl. Really chasing down that set. Second chance though for the Dutch. They go to the pipe. That's been successful for them. At least that pipe attack leaves them an option one-on-one, and then they are trying to keep the ball out of the middle of the court, going to 5, going to 1. I thought it was in, but it missed by an absolute mile. Beckensteiner. More slides, this time a tip. Very well dealt with, it's too tight though. Somehow Mihailovic manages to keep the ball alive, and then the blocker does the rest. I think Holland are done here. This is not the same Dutch team as we saw previously. Again, great shot, that one. Shows how high the game is played from.
They're going to put the ball away, most likely. We got to take them out of system with a good swing and be aggressive down the stretch here. Same thing here. And make sure we're after everything on the floor covering. We fight.
Fights the call. Also trying to get them out of the system, meaning that hopefully the first pass they can disrupt, get them setting the ball from off the net. Big distances to slow the game down. If they're out of system, Serbians, as we've seen, it gives more time for the middle blocker of Holland to get out. Maybe sometimes 3 in the block, as we've seen in the third set. Not as many 3-man blocks from the Dutch in this fourth, due to the passing being better, in credit to Serbia. Beckenstein just has a little wipe off the block. Second chance, goes back to the opposite. Oh my word. Boskovic. Even when they are out of system, out of sync, you're not digging that. There's no digging that. Quick passing, Dijkma is seen and blocked. Blagovic, free ball, should be a point again. No! Beckenstein does stop the Serbian onslaught, but it's still a 7-point game. Middle is nowhere. Beckenstein is one-on-one. Again, she's just sitting on the angle there in the block. They know it's a front court setter. They're sort of almost giving up the line. And if they get beaten on the line, then it's a good set and it's a good run. Because on that slide attack, the set has to be wide to be able to access the line. As soon as the ball's inside, there's only one way the spike is going, and that is on the angle. Battle at the net, won by Holland. This is a better run for them. Still 6 points though. Blagovic this time, Boskovic this time through the pipe. Volley down the line to 5 is no good. They go back to Mihailovic on the outside, plucked from Nip. Ball unlucky from the Libero, who's been impressive throughout the competition. 23-16, 2 will do it. Serbia being tested here in the gold medal match. It has been worthy of a gold medal final, that's for sure. Holland have been impressive, but Serbia, as they have shown all the way through this competition, are world class. Plack this time from the left. Setting long distances, that was in the timeout as well from Morrison. Just talking about setting long distances, so when the ball's pass to the right side of the net, they set it the biggest distance back across to make it difficult for the blocker. Service is into the net. That's unfortunate for the Dutch. Serbia now have gold medal point. This for the match for the European Championship. And to add another trophy for a very prestigious volleyballing country. Almost chicken wing from Blagovic. Out to Mihailovic for the gold. No, not this time. Second chance. Plack from the right side. Block. Out. Saved. Still have a few opportunities here. Just 2 in the pass as the setter moves forward. Goes out, Boskovic, there you have it. Serbia are the European champions here from Baku for 2017. Boskovic with a routine swing on that right side, too hard. It's a great angle. And look at the celebrations. Backing up a silver medal at Rio 2016. They take the gold here in Azerbaijan. And they have really been a class act from start to finish. The best in Europe and very, very close to the best in the world. Powerful, not only through Boskovic, but in the middle and on the wings as well. They ooze class all over the court. They have taken the goal. Disappointments for the Netherlands. They will be so happy with their performance and what they've brought to this competition, led by Jamie Morrison. I think we will see a lot more of them in Final Fours and in big games. Tears for some of the Serbians. Coach Terzic is very relaxed, but also very proud, we are sure. Great scenes here from Azerbaijan. There you have it. 20-25, 25-22, 18-25, 25-18. Looks like it's a very quick lift of the trophy for Serbia. Rasic already lifting it. We will have a medal ceremony here coming up with the Dream 6, the Super 6 and the most valuable player coming up very shortly. I'm sure Boskovic is going to be in there as well. She is just, must be close to being MVP. Some signatures. There we have some of the fans. Great pictures. Some athletes celebrating some of the biggest days in their careers. Memories forever. It's a strong volleyballing nation, Serbia, in the men's as well. Both being in the Final Four. Disappointment for the Netherlands, but surely not devastation. They can be so proud with what they've done. The match stats, Serbia win the gold medal here from Azerbaijan, 3-1. More aces from the Netherlands, that shows their intent. The attacking stat, huge. Just shows the physicality that the Serbian team bring with them. Belen 13 points. Boskovic 29 from 52. Hajlovic came so good throughout that final set. When they needed a fifth gear, they gave it to the number 9, and she started to really deliver. think the photographer's memory card's going to start running out soon. Not far away from the medal ceremony here. We have a look at some replays from a really, really enjoyable final. Won 3-1 by Serbia. Great final, some big individual performances. I'm sure the celebrations will continue for a long, long time. You just have to be slightly patient here as we wait for the medal ceremonies. Looks like we're going to have a treat from Baku. What a treat before the medal ceremony. Some of the best moves in Baku. The robot, it got funky. Lots of different styles, but now we're ready for the awards. It's good that the crowd are still here. Serbia have been crowned the champions. Holland second, the Netherlands, sorry. Turkey take third. Proud day for Serbian volleyball. Fans of the Netherlands will be very proud. Nice face. Interesting to see who lands their way into the best team of the competition. I think Kirsten Nip would have a very good chance from the Netherlands. Boskovic surely has just ran the show. Out at 2 the whole way through. Dijkma, great job with the setting as well. Potentially you might see the gold medalist Zivkovic take that one, but who knows? There's always the odd surprise. Remember, there's 7 and then there's an MVP, so if it's anything like the men's event. There'll be 8. Just taking a little bit of time here. Please stick with us. There they are. Carrying on from who'll be in this 6 as well. Mihajlovic from Serbia, the outside, has to be in with her shout. So physical, but Rarimova as well. 38 points. Azerbaijan took a 4th, but she's been unstoppable at times when Azerbaijan were in system throughout. But they certainly bring so much more physicality. So we have a look at some highlights again while we wait for the ceremony to get underway here in Baku.
Azerbaijan Volleyball Federasyonu vice-presidenti Cenab Reşat Abbasov. The award for outside spike is presented by CV Administration Board Member Mrs. Desna Barat and accompanied by Vice
So it looks as if we're ready for the presentation.
En yaxşı hücumçu mükafatının sahibi
This European Championship 2017 from Baku, Azerbaijan.
from Team Serbia,
Mihajlovic takes one with a little bit of a strut. First one of the Dream Team goes to Mihajlovic, no surprise there. So Mihajlovic takes the outside spiker, or the first position of outside spiker of the Dream Team. She really did play some great ball, didn't she, on the outside? Her team really needed her tonight when they lost the 3rd set. Who will be joining her? Anna Bush makes the Dream Team. She scored a monumental amount of points in that wing spiking position. Also in defence, she contributed so much to the team. Anna Bush takes a spot in the Dream Team from the CV 2017 European Championships. There's your 2 outsides. Setter will be interesting. Libero will be interesting. If Boskovic doesn't take a place as opposite within this team, it means she's got MVP for the whole competition. Rarimova must be somewhere near this team as well. Adam takes one of the middle spots from Turkey. Happy with her week's work as well. Good on the slide, good in the block. Asset to this team. Adem from Turkey is in the dream team.
En yaxşı blok oyuncusu mükafatını təqdim edirlər. Sevgili komitəsinin cənabı Fernando Avila İspanya və Bakı şəhər Gənclər və İdman Baş İdarəsinin rəisi
She's joining her in the middle. We'll find out once we meet people giving out the trophies.
En yaxşı blok oyuncusu mükafatının sahibi
The player selected for the Dream Team as the main blocker is number 11 from Team Serbia, Stefana Velkovic.
Velkovic from Serbia takes the other middle position. Could have gone either way though, really. Stevanovic was equally as impressive within this final four, but well deserved to Stefana. Velkovic makes 4 of the 8. Smiley faces all round. High fives to the coaching staff, that's awesome to see.
mükafatını təqdim edirlər. Sev Avrupa Büyük Komitəsinin Kadınlar Yıldızı Federasiyası və Azərbaycan Voleyball Federasiyasının baş kapiteni cənab Elşən İsmailov.
The award for the positive spark is presented by CV European Legal Commission member Ms. Maria Luisa Perez-Drasta, accompanied by Secretary General of Azerbaijan Volleyball Federation, Mr. Ilshan Ismailov.
En yaxşı səviyyəli oyuncu mükafatının sahibi
The player selected for Dream Team as a positive spark is number 10 from Team Netherlands, Yannick Gutes.
There we have it on the opposite. The two middles have been picked. Sloche is the opposite. No place for Rarimova, but that means that we expect to see the MVP. It's Tiana Boskovic. Sloche makes a dream team. Through the opposite position.
en yaxşı top paylaşı mükafatını təqdim edir. Sev Avrupa İdman Təşkilatı Komitəsinin katibi cənab Igor Hoppe.
The award for the Serbia is presented by CV European Sport Organizing Commission Secretary, Mr. Igor Hoppen.
En yaxşı top paylaşı mükafatının sahibi
The player selected for the Dream Team as the Serbia is number 40 from the team the Netherlands, Laura Dijkema.
The setter is Laura Dijkema. Thoroughly deserved as well. Lots of Dutch players in this dream team. 2 Serbians, but we can only imagine that Boskovic is going to take the overall MVP. Laura Dijkema, the setter for the dream team. She was outstanding. Proud coaches look on. Very popular figure on the Netherlands side.
En yaxşı libero mükafatını takdim edin. Selim Avrupa Hakemler Komisyonu rehberi Cenab-ı Gaspari.
The award for the labor is presented by the European Refereeing Commission President, Mr. Gaspari.
En yaxşı libero mükafatının sahibi
The player selected for the Dream Team as the labor is number 12 from Team Azerbaijan, Valeria Mehmetova.
Libero. Mammadova. And Azerbaijan takes the spot as defensive specialist.
en değerli oyuncu mükafatını takdim edin. Selim Prezidenti Cenab-ı Alexander Barışçı.
And to conclude this part of the ceremony, the award for the most valuable player is presented by the President, Mr. Alexander Vucic.
Turnurin en değerli oyuncusu.
Ladies and gentlemen, MVP of the tournament number 18 from Team Serbia, Tijana Bošković.
No surprises. As the most valuable player for the European Championships goes Tijana Bošković. She was the difference throughout. The left-hander is only 20, which is scary. It means the best is probably yet to come from her.
Hanımlar ve canımlar, 2012 Kadınlar Avrupa Şampiyonası'nın Dream Team'i.
Ladies and gentlemen,
There is the Dream Team in the 2017 European Championships. Mammadova, Dijkma, Sloje. The most valuable player, Bošković, Belkovic, Erdem, and Boucher. Make up the team. Proud moment for all of the athletes. Before our final presentation of the evening, which is the most important thing: gold, silver and bronze. High fives galore for Serbia. Hugs from the coach. Very impressive. Can't understand anything he's saying in his timeouts, but he's so calm, so relaxed, so confident in the players that he has. Hi Holland. They've been, as per usual, amazing. The supporters, as the Netherlands make their way onto the stage. And didn't they battle hard yesterday against Azerbaijan to squeeze through 3-2? They would have liked it to have been 3-1. Joe Morrison there, the coach, inspired by Karch, Karai and also Hugh McCutcheon, two of the biggest names volleyball. Next out, Serbia will absolutely rip their way to gold, and Turkey, who will be very happy with their performance, brushed aside by a very dominant Serbia yesterday. They came back strongly after losing the first set. There's some stiff legs from the athletes walking out there. After losing the first set to Azerbaijan today, they came back very strong. They were very impressive and thoroughly deserve their bronze. Coach Guidetti, bronze medalists. Turkey, they're a team building, they're growing, they have a very, very good indoor women's league. You can tell that they're starting to produce world-class players. Have they got the consistency yet, or are they quite there? Probably not, but will they be? I think so. Some great displays. Turkey Erdem making the dream team throughout the early rounds. That one there, number 21, Bosch, making some critical plays at big times. The opposite player, still only young herself, the best is yet to come from her as well. Bronze medalists, third place, the Euro Volley Women's 2017 here from Baku is Turkey. And they've got a nice plaque to go with it, presented to Erdem, the captain herself. Don't think she quite knows what to do with it, wants to show her teammates. Combined team effort, some very proud faces, and rightfully so. It's so competitive, as with all sports nowadays, to get this far in a competition like the European Championships. Silver, we know, after a final where they really did give Serbia their toughest test. Some proud faces in orange. Silver medalists. So the Netherlands, Dijkma, Nip, instrumental. The reserve setter as well. Stoltenberg, did very well on occasions, coming off the bench. Clark as well, 4. Again, that reserve opposite position, but it's so key to the success of a team to have a great backup setter and opposite. It changes the dynamic of many games, keeping 3 spikers on the front row. Sloci, number 10, just getting her medal a minute ago. Dijkma, the setter. Jasper, the serving sub throughout many of that time on court, but she was very effective. Proud moment for all of these athletes. Jamie Morrison, just 36 years old, which is young in the life of a coach. He's had a great introduction. Sure that we will see him on the international scene as head coach on many occasions. There you go. The Netherlands take second place.
Ladies and gentlemen, gold medalists and 2017 CV Women's Volleyball Champions Team Serbia.
Serbia, they were phenomenal throughout. They take the gold. Relentless, ruthless, charismatic, few words to maybe describe them. They thoroughly deserve their success. Not only do they have class, physicality, but they are also so well organised and well drilled. Consistent throughout. Performances throughout. Velkovic, number 11 in the middle, teamed up so well with Stevanovic. Boskovic, the opposite, everything just dictated the whole competition. She's so high, she hits such great angles. There you have it, the European champions, the Euro Volley here in Baku for 2017. It's coming their way. The trophy is going back to Serbia. Captain Milena Rasic, ready to lift the trophy. Serbia are the European champions. Thoroughly deserved. As I mentioned before, ruthless, relentless, and extremely well organised. The silver medalists from Rio 2016 looked like they could dominate the sport in Europe for some time. Serbia are the champions of Europe for 2017. The CEV Euro Volley Championship goes home with them. So well deserved. As we stand for the national anthem of the European champions. There you have it. The European champions are Serbia. They thoroughly deserve it as well. We are going to leave you now with some pictures of celebration and memories that will last in the players forever. It's been a delight to broadcast to you here from Baku. We look forward to seeing you very, very soon, but from us, from Baku for now, it's goodbye.